Good morning. Welcome back to Latte Hour. I haven't had my latte today, but I'm going to keep pushing forward in this early morning hour. So, jumping right in as usual, wanted to talk about the upcoming elections for some people to encourage you all to go out and make sure that your voices are heard and counted, especially because this will be some local issues to be voted on. So I do believe in the future that local issues will become increasingly more important as places seem to kind of isolate a little bit until we get back to, I guess, collaborating again. So yeah, that's I guess all I wanted to say on that topic. But along the same lines, of elections, wanted to talk about what should we be asking our representatives to solve for us, because lately in the last couple of years or more, we've heard the same old political tropes like we need to control what our kids are learning in the classroom, or those same regurgitated political tropes. But are those really helping us? What do we really need solved? And so these are just some of the things that I, in my opinion, would want a political candidate to talk about and potentially have some solutions for. So the first thing would be universal health care. There's no reason why the richest country in the world does not have universal health care, while it seems that some of our tax dollars are spent to pay for health care for members of other countries. So I would want to see some solutions on how we can get that solved. And if they have a lot of excuses, excuse no more. All they have to do is look to our neighbors in the north on how they get it done and how we can adapt it for our society. There is just no excuse for that in a first world country. Secondly, the proposed implementation of digital ID and the precursor, the real ID. I would like to see senators or politicians giving us solutions on what they plan to do to roll that back and eventually completely eliminate the idea. I know that one of the senators right now is talking about that, and don't know where the progress is on that. But again, the purpose of Latte Hour is to give you some starting information and for you to go and do your own research, because I think the truth is more valid when you find it, not when others find it for you. Another thing, tax law. Changing just the tax law, especially on the higher levels, and finding solutions to change that law to where it's not always out to get the citizens. In my opinion, tax law right now is meant to create debt slaves in perpetuity. So I would want to see, again, some solutions on how we can roll back some of those regulations or completely get rid of them, whatever works best for the people. And still enables the government to provide those social safety net programs that I believe every first world country should have, regardless of whether people think it's welfare or not. This is a first world country. So again, no more excuses. Another issue, the 40-hour plus work week. Again, I believe that the system right now creates debt slaves in perpetuity. There's no reason that the world's richest country has a 40 plus hour work week with all the automation that could be implemented. There's no reason. Another thing, no more national security directives, at least until we figure out what the real threats are. Because right now, not only in the midst of creating debt slaves, but creating a fearful population where fear seems to be used to usher in more regulation, which in turn attempts to take away more freedoms. So, suspending any security regulations for the nation, local, state, all levels, until we can figure out which ones are needed and necessary, need to stay, which ones need to be rolled back, what are our real threats, completely explained in thorough explanation form for the people to vote on. Again, because we don't want any more freedoms to be walked on or trodden on. And lastly, I would want my political candidates to talk about how they will help reduce some of the red tape in starting a business and to encourage entrepreneurship rather than employees, which is also, in my opinion, another system to enslave the people. Not all, but a lot of it is. And so I think these are just, in my opinion, again, some of the important issues that politicians could look to be covering in the future if they're not already, and if they already are, trust me, they're not doing a thorough job. So anyways, thank you guys as always, and if you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see politicians actually talking about and solving in the future, please list those in the comments below, and have a great rest of your day. Bye now.